This video will be talking about feats that were performed by Natsu. Anything I say will be backed up by manga panels and sometimes data books. Please enjoy.
Natsu Dragneel is one of the most powerful characters in the fairy tale verse who has the power to emit and eat fire, and has been shown multiple times that he is near light speed pre-time skip, and beyond light speed around and after the time skip. Let's start with regular feats pre-time skip. Like during a rescue mission, Natsu was tricked by a Vulcans and throw off a mountain. Not only did he return 5 seconds after, but he was unscathed. The average mountain height is around 2,917. 5 meters, roughly 9,570 feet. During that same confrontation, the Vulcans attacked with an axe which Natsu stopped, but just being near the axe, Natsu had already started to melt the axe with just the heat surrounding him. For reference, to melt a steel axe, the surrounding air or heat would need to be 1,370 degrees Celsius to 1,540 degrees Celsius or 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit to 2,800 degrees Fahrenheit during the Phantom Lord arc. A dragon slayer just like Natsu named Dragneel, who has the ability to morph his body into any steel weapon, ends up fighting Natsu, and not melting, which means that Dragneel can withstand heats up to and above 2,800 degrees Fahrenheit, and at the end of that arc Natsu ended up beating him. To break steel that is that tough with their bare fists, a person would need to be roughly 1,000 to 2,000 times stronger than the average human being. During the Nirvana arc, one of Oration Cease goons fires a shotgun at Natsu. Judging by the panel, he shot exactly 7 rounds at Natsu. Natsu reacts to them and they all evaporate into nothing before reaching his face. To melt the metal from 7 shotgun shots mid-air, the ambient temperature would need to be at least 5,182 degrees Fahrenheit or 2,861 Celsius, and in order for him to react to it he'd need to be faster than 0.02 to 0.05 seconds, depending on the distance. Later on in that chapter, a member of the Oration Cease named Racer was fast enough to attack both Natsu and Gray. Which means Racer would need to be moving and thinking at supersonic speeds, but this is because his magic ability, so it's debatable. Natsu didn't end up fighting Racer, but Gray and his former rival turned ally did. The battle ended with Racer's loss. And since he couldn't take an L, he took the suicide bomber's way out and was going to blow the whole cliff up had it not been for Lion, who tackled him off the cliff, blowing up only him and Racer. He survived, by the way, with barely any scratches. This explosion is possibly small city level, depending on how deep the crater is shown, and later this is comparable to a massive fuel-air explosion with a blast radius of 400 to 700 meters. Alright, let's scale this explosion using actual math instead of just guessing. We're going to use Gray Fullbuster as our reference point. His height is generally listed between 175 and 180 centimeters, so I'll use 178 centimeters as a midpoint. In the aftermath panel, Gray measures about 46 pixels tall. So if 178 centimeters equals 46 pixels, that means each pixel equals about 3.87 centimeters, or 0.0387 meters per pixel. Now when we measure the width of the explosion's visible impact zone in the panel, it comes out to roughly 850 pixels across. If we convert that directly, that gives us around 33 meters, but that's not accurate because of perspective. Gray is in the foreground, while the explosion and smoke basin are much farther back. Accounting for depth compression, the explosion area is about 4 to 6 times farther away than Gray. So when we adjust for that, we get a much more realistic estimate of about 130 to 200 meters for the core explosion diameter. The total affected area, including the surrounding smoke and terrain damage, likely spans 300 to 600 meters. To put that in real-world terms, that's comparable to a large fuel-air explosive or roughly a sub-kiloton to low-kiloton blast. That's massive battlefield-level destruction, not city wiping, but far beyond building level. And that's what the panel supports using pixel-to-meter scaling. And Natsu is far more durable than Lion, Natsu end up fighting the leader of the Oration Cease named Zero. During this fight Zero fires these beams that Natsu barely reacts to and dodges. Keep in mind that Natsu is roughly 25 to 50 times faster than the average human being, so these beams must be moving at least the speed of sound if not faster. After a power boost from Jalal, not only is he fast enough to react to it, but he can deflect the Now let's restate all of Natsu's feats. He's 1000 to 2000 times stronger than an average human, he's over 400 times faster than the average human. The heat surrounding his body can get up to 5,182 Fahrenheit and can survive a 570-foot fall and return. That's all for today. I'll upload the next part whenever I can. Please make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment to let me know if I should keep making videos like this.